is the true genius of America. A faith in simple dreams. An insistence on small miracles. That we can say what we think, write what we think without hearing a sudden knock on the door.
Oh, Obama, you never failed to amuse me. The man from Kenya who became the president. Allegedly. But with me today, I'm not alone. It's episode 12 of Uncommon Sense. And we have with us, as always,
Angry Steve in the house.
And
the fat Jew.
Beneath me, but only beneath me on the screen, not beneath me in life. I believe we're all created equal.
Indeed we are. Huh.
So, Fat Jew, what's up, man? I heard you got an update on a potential debate partner today.
No. He lost that chance, bro. That's how mad he got me. He fucking lost that chance. And I actually just made a video about it, and I told him to go fuck himself. Now I don't want him on my podcast because I made a video about. Did I mention the island that with the volcano and the cruise ship?
I think we talked about the fact that they were only letting vaccinated people on the cruise ship.
Right, exactly. So I made a video saying that, right? And then he fucking stitches one of my videos and says, "Oh, see, it's just another reason for people to get vaccinated." Like he's okay with letting people fucking die because they didn't get a fucking needle in the arm. So that fucking pissed me off. So I told him off and I said, "Now, you know what? Now you're a fucking asshole. I don't want you on my podcast. Fuck you." And then the greatest thing about that is I went to his account, right? And I just started scrolling. First of all, he's obsessed with me. He's got like fucking 7 videos of me. So that's going to be one of the videos I'm going to make.
Bro, he's obsessed with you.
Why you're so obsessed with me while I'm showing everybody that he's obsessed with me. And then I start scrolling, watching his shit. Almost every single one of his videos, he will be my next 4 days of content. I'll put it to you that way.
Wow. And I'll get to be there with you when you make it.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, I'm going to use you, Scully, to boat Florida the whole fucking 9 yards. Because he's like, "Oh, if you ever want to, numbers to go down, get vaccinated, bitch. Florida has fucking single digits, motherfucker. And we're going to be out there on fucking boats and fucking people hugging and shaking hands and fucking being human beings. And I'm going to show this to this motherfucker and be like, look, bitch, fucking dumbass. I can't. I just can't."
Hey, all I packed was red, white, and blue bathing suits and hats.
That works, bro.
White sandals and white tank tops. So you can only
it's gonna rain a little on Sunday, but Saturday is clear.
I'm going home on Sunday, so I know
we're taking the fucking boat out on Saturday. No chance of rain, baby. So it's gonna be a good old day.
There you go.
Yeah, so this guy's going to be a decent amount of my content for the next couple of days because he's got so much dumb shit on his account that I just have to point out the dumb shit. It's very simple. He's literally, when I listen to him, he actually has a video where he's like, "Come on, man, I'm going to fucking use it. I'm going to put Joe's fucking face and his shit right next to it. It's going to be perfect."
Listen, I if you don't feel good, you should stay home. If you're scared, you should stay home.
Exactly.
If you want to go out and live your life, vaccinated or not, you should be able to. If the vaccinated people are okay with it because they can't get it anymore, they're vaccinated, so let the other people stay home, man.
Exactly. Yeah, don't give me that choice of let me take either death from a volcano or put something that's like I don't think that's fucking right. That is so wrong on so many different levels.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That was off the coast of St. Vincent's because that volcano exploded in the Virgin Islands the other day. Yeah,
right.
Erupted.
I'm sorry. That's just fucking. You're a cold-hearted motherfucker. If you won't let people on the boat and you have plenty of room, that's almost like fucking when Noah's Ark. It's like, nah, you know what? Nah, you ain't gonna fit. Like, come on, dude.
Man, I'll tell you, in that Old Testament, God was such a prick, right? In the Old Testament.
Yeah, he fucking wiped us off the face of the earth. What does that tell you? That we got that fucking bad? That he said, "Noah, just save the animals and fuck the humans because at this point it's too fucking late. They're all fucked."
Now, Fat Jew, I know you're not a big guy on the New Testament, but God's nothing like that in the New Testament.
I haven't read the New Testament, bro.
I heard it's part of your name. What were you going to say, Angry Steve? I think I might have cut you off there.
It's you know what you ended it a lot better than I did. I believe it.
Was that a better transition?
It was a better transition.
Like in an MMA match, you always got to be.
I did smoke a lot of weed. Let me tell you something. I got the new one today because I told you the one of them broke in my pocket or something, and the fucking glass broke and it got oil everywhere, and I was not happy because it was brand new.
Hey,
so I got a new one, and it's Starburst flavor.
Oh, that's like a pink Starburst?
Yes.
That's the best flavor.
I don't know anything about this.
Bro, it's 93% THC, but it tastes like fucking candy, bro.
Angry Steve. So I've had pink Starburst hookah before because there's a place near us called 46 Lounge, and they had half of it was basically outside, obviously when it's nice out, when the weather permits. Yeah. And they would have like a hookah guy there, and he would make any flavor you wanted. And he had a bunch of like stock flavors, like apple and whatever. But he's like, no, I can make anything you want. What do you want, dude? And I was like, I really want to see what pink Starburst would taste like on hookah. And I don't even know what pink Starburst is, but he made it. It's like a fusion of cherry and strawberry, and it was just deliciousness in my mouth and lungs.
You loved it, didn't you? Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if like hookah is my thing, so I don't know. But I mean,
but pink Starburst, anything you can't lose.
Yeah,
pink Starburst,
you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, well, congratulations on your pink Starburst thing.
I was just saying, it tastes fucking good and it gets you high. I mean, you can't beat that.
New Jersey, flavored like e-cigarettes are against the law here.
What?
It's really weird. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do now that they legalize marijuana? So are you going to be able to have, flavored marijuana, or is it just going to be your normal marijuana?
If you want an e-cigarette, you got to buy like one of those blue things.
Oh really? Like the fucking like the Juul?
Yeah. You can't get like my friend was looking for. He loves the mango flavor e-cigarette. It's like disposable, and you can't get it here. And then we tried to order it online, and the site wouldn't ship it to his address.
Oh, because it's banned in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So you gotta get bootleg imports.
I don't know if you can do like a PO box in Pennsylvania
or just drive to New York. You'd be all right.
Well, isn't that store over in, what do you call it, like East Hanover, right on Route 10, that Darth Vapors?
I don't know what kind of business they're in anymore, because like the week before the COVID shutdown, Murphy outlawed like the vape stuff.
Oh, so what about all those vape shops? What are they?
I don't know. I think they were still allowed to sell CBD only.
What exactly is? I know what CBD is, okay? But what is the point of taking CBD? Has anybody tried it to see?
It's been known to help.
I'll tell you what it is. In the bud of the marijuana plant, there's THC and there's CBD. THC is the part that gets you high. It's only about 23%. It's only about 23%. That's high, actually. It's usually around 20-ish% THC. And then it has CBD in it, which works for pain. It takes away pain. That's why when you smoke weed, a lot, it actually helps with pain. But you're getting high with the THC as well. But they extract the CBD, which just works for pain but doesn't get you stoned.
Oh, so it really has a benefit.
Absolutely, it does. It's very, like, it helps with pain. It's the same thing as smoking. It's just without getting stoned.
So you just feel good. You just don't feel high.
Right. The pain, it'll help with actual pain, but you don't get stoned.
Okay.
So that's why it's legal, because it doesn't get you stoned or high. So it's healthy. You know what I mean?
Right. So then that would be like a thing. I wonder why cancer patients don't use that a lot. Like
they do.
Well,
but cancer patients, they also smoke the THC because the THC also has benefits.
Right. So what I'm getting at is, why do you need the THC if the CBD is the same thing, just without high?
Because there's more benefits with the THC than without it. But the reason why CBD is legal is because it doesn't get you high. But with the THC is actually good for you too. Even though it gets you high, it's still good for you, and it helps with certain shit.
Well, I mean, obviously, I have to say it can't be bad for you if it's legal now in New York and New Jersey, right? Like, I guess
Listen, my take on drugs is simply this: if you can't overdose on it, it's healthy.
Yeah, but look. Okay, so let me put it to you this perspective. Okay, so I take that back because I just thought about this. Cigarettes, right? Cigarettes are proven to be bad for you, correct?
Yes.
They still sell them. It's just the whores and want the tax revenue.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe they just want the tax revenue on the weed, and it's not good for you. So I don't know.
Well, that's another reason why they are legalizing it, because they can make money off of it, and they finally realized it because California made it legal.
In my
And
opinion,
anything-
they only legalized it because they could make money off of it.
Right.
I don't think they legalized it. Oh, it's good for you. You know what? Let's legalize it.
No, there's no. They don't legalize shit because it's good for you. It just happens to be good for you. They legalize shit when they realize they can fucking make money and they can regulate the shit and they can fucking, control it. As soon as they realize they can control it and make money off of it, they're gonna jump all over it.
Yeah, like the lottery. You got the lottery. You got the, what do you call it? Cigarettes. You got all the stuff, alcohol.
Give me one sec.
All right.
So what's going on there, Angry Steve?
No, not too much. You got all these, these guilty pleasures that the government taxes you on because they're scumbags. If you think about that. It's more taxation.
That's always been the case, no?
Yeah, they're scumbags.
It's just now it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, gas. Anything that is useful, they tax you on.
Oh yeah, and this guy said that the border crisis was Trump's fault. Like, that's how dumb that's on what level we're talking about.
Wait, the border crisis is Trump's fault? Is this
that's what this guy in this guy's head that's what's fault it is. He was saying that because Trump made the border so secure, it caused a backup of people, and then as soon as Joe Biden opened, it just they flooded in.
Well, why should the border open up at all? It's a border.
Exactly.
Your dude is a buffoon.
He's essentially saying that Trump was the dam, and the river just overflowed, and then Biden opened the dam to release the pressure, and all the fucking water came spilling in. Like, shut the fuck up.
So listen, if your dude wants a 3-on-1, right, debate, okay? Because I'm telling you, I want to be part of this debate.
No, I don't even think he wants a piece of it though, because I invited him twice.
Right, but you invited him twice, but now he needs to either make good and explain how his point of theory is actually, even possible, right? Because I can tell you he's wrong, and I want to prove him wrong.
I know he's wrong. He's wrong in almost every single video he makes. He's wrong.
Right. So again, and what's next? He's going to post the next video. The Earth is flat.
That's all right, bro. I'm telling you, the next 4 days of content that I have on him, he probably won't come back to the app because of how bad I'm gonna shit on him. I think that that's what I'm hoping for. So you're scared to come debate with me, so I'm just gonna fucking destroy you with videos, and you're gonna go away like a fucking tick that took a bite out of me. You fucking little prick. He said, I swear. The more I watched, the more fucking pissed I got. I was like, you motherfucker. And of course, he starts all the videos like, I really like you, but I'm like,
Yeah,
you fucking asshole.
No, I don't.
He's like, I really like you, but I think it's okay for people to, get killed by Mother Nature because they don't want to fucking stick a needle in her arm with a drug that hasn't been tested long term. Like, yeah, okay, you fucking piece of shit.
Listen, they got to wear a mask and stay away from everybody else.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do if you got to follow some kind of quarantine. But I mean, if
listen, that's my whole thing. Like, if there was a cruise ship, right, and I was the fucking captain of that cruise ship, and they said, listen, no unvaccinated people, I would say, you know what? Somebody fucking say you're going to go fucking pick up people and put them on a different side of the ship. I don't give a fuck. Spray them with Lysol. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But, like, don't fucking let people die because they want to make a personal choice on their life. That's bullshit.
Again, listen, they could have put them a whole nother level of this ship. You know what I mean? This thing spread 6 feet, if anything.
Exactly.
Again, they could have did more. So the bottom line is this guy's a maroon, and we'll call it a day with him.
Oh yeah, that's why I gave up on him. That's why I'm just going to embarrass the shit out of him and
Yeah.
call it a day because I'm sick of trying.
Because if he wants me to embarrass him, I'll step
Oh,
in
you
there.
can't, dude. Make some fucking videos, man. Stitch some video. He's a fucking dumbass. He's got plenty of to choose from. I can tell you that much.
Listen, I don't even know if it's worth my time to debate some old dude.
It's all right. I might even fucking send a taste. I might call up Mr. What's his name? Conservative Static and tell him to fucking attack his ass too because he's good at that shit. I might actually do that because I duetted one of his videos as a
you know
favor
what?
today.
You shouldn't be a debater. You should be a debate promoter.
I'll do it. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking send him to the right
yo,
goddamn address. I don't give
you
a
should.
fuck.
You should get Static to debate all these idiots.
Yup.
Static is a famous TikToker that's been on the podcast.
Static is great at what he fucking does, man. He knows his shit, and I love it. Yeah, I can't. I'm actually gonna send him Static's way as well. I'm gonna make some videos and definitely entertain myself, but then I'm gonna pass him on to Static, and I'm gonna tell Static, please have fun with this, because as soon as Static sees his shit, he's just gonna feel like this is free lunch. Like this is just dropping chum right in front of a shark, and it's just easy. Stupid people, brainwashed idiots. You gotta love them.
Yeah, so Juice, without naming names, can we talk about why he won't associate with you because he's afraid because you got a knock on the door?
Yeah, so he went on one of my very first podcasts in my own living room before I had this setup that I have now. Remember, you were going to come on the podcast, but it required you having to come into my apartment.
Yeah, and my wife wouldn't let
So
me
that's
out of the
back when I
house.
had the old school setup that I don't have anymore. So you had to be here to come on it.
Okay.
And he did one of my first, maybe 10 or 15 shows.
Okay.
And we just bullshitted about shit. It was kind of like Joe Rogan Experience, but with two unfamous guys. And he liked it. He said he wanted to do it again. And then after he heard the knock on the door, not only will he not ever come back on the podcast, I don't even think he watches the YouTube show anymore.
Really? See, to me,
I think he's afraid to even get tracked just by watching the show on YouTube.
Well, I can tell you, I got nothing to be afraid of. Whatever I say on the podcast, I'll say to you in real life. I give you my views here or via this, iPad over here. But listen, I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to be afraid of. And if you knock on my door, you got nothing on me.
Well,
My views, my Second Amendment right, First Amendment. Second Amendment's the gun.
Yep.
well,
Yeah, you don't have too many of those.
I got to say the gentleman even did mention I do have a First Amendment right, so that's nice to know. That's nice to know. That's very reassuring to know I still have a First Amendment right.
Yeah, but apparently,
see how long
no
that lasts.
constitution,
You hope.
no constitution is set in stone. Apparently, you know what I mean. According to our fucking president,
No, because they change it when they feel like it.
right? And that's why he wants to pack.
Well,
Everybody else can have
If
free
no
speech.
amendment, what he said was no amendment is set in stone. If no amendment is set in stone, then I think we should change the one about women having the right to vote.
Yeah, but there's a lot we can change. You know what I mean? If you're saying
why,
that,
why would you say that, Juice?
I'm just saying, if no amendment is set in stone, then let's change, because now Democrats are saying no amendment is set in stone. They're saying that when it comes to 1 and 2A. So let's change the amendment that gives women the right to vote, because aren't most women Democrats?
I mean, Juice, that's really a bold blanket, incorrect statement, man. Not all women are Democrats. There's a ton
Bro,
of Republican
I'm
women.
making a point. I'm making a point that goes for any amendment. If you're saying that these two were not set in stone, then you got to apply it to all the amendments.
Yeah, I guess. But they only change things in the favor of them, not against them. So
Right.
and that's why he wants.
That's the point of the point. Did that go over your head? The point I was making?
I guess so.
And that's why he wants to pack the court so that he can change fucking rules as he pleases.
Of course. They're already doing it. They already found a way around the House and the Senate, and they're just getting their agendas pushed through. We're in
Did I
trouble.
tell you? Did I
for
tell you
free
about the
speech.
text I got?
No.
I got a text today telling me to fucking stop a bill because it's bringing Jim Crow to this one and to that one. And I took a fucking picture of it and I posted a video on TikTok about it. Like, they're literally comparing the shit to Jim Crow, that you need a fucking ID to vote. I mean, come on, just look up what Jim Crow was all about and then come back to me and let's have a conversation. It's that simple. I mean,
You
people
need an
are that
ID.
fucking dumb.
Listen, how come I have to go to the DMV and I got to give, my blood type, fingernail samples, everything, a
Bro,
DNA test.
You, you need ID to pay a fucking bill. For somebody to take money from you, you need to show them fucking proof of ID. And you're going to tell me to vote for laws in this country
Hold
you
on one
don't
second.
need a
I'll be
fucking
right back.
ID? Kiss
I'll be
my
right
ass.
back, Joe.
And states like here where I need like 8 forms of ID to renew my license.
Right.
And you just let an illegal alien get a driver's license like persona non grata,
Right.
What kind of sense does that fucking make?
It's absolute horseshit.
That's taxpayer discrimination, motherfucker.
Sorry about that.
All they do here is discriminate against the taxpayer.
And you know what we should do? I think we should do this. Listen, if this shit is like legit and they just fucking let anybody vote without an ID, I'm just gonna call all my cousins, everybody that I know that lives somewhere else. I'll fucking come on down for vacation around election time and just go in and vote. That's all. All Republicans have to have fucking, family in other countries. Let them come in for a week vacation time right around November 3rd, and that's it. We'll fucking play the game right back at them, these motherfuckers.
I mean,
or if you don't have to show ID to vote, then technically I can go to one voting station, right? Vote once, and I can go to a different one, vote another time, and right,
so
exactly.
That was my thing. Why can't you go up and down the state, right, and just vote in all different branches
and stop at every single fucking vote? Yeah, and this is what they want. They're fucking. They're just retarded at this point.
I don't understand that. I don't understand how you could possibly say you could vote without having ID.
Right. It's horseshit, and they're comparing it to Jim Crow, which they don't even know what the fuck it means.
No,
they throw it out there without fucking knowing.
By the way, Jim Crow is from their party.
I know exactly. That's another fucking thing. They're such hypocrites. They don't even know what fucking party they're arguing with. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Couldn't be any more ignorant.
I know.
That's called intellectual dishonesty.
That's called stupidity. If you can't see that shit, then you are just a stupid individual. And you know what? Maybe you don't deserve being seen.
I'm going to push back a tad. A lot of them are not stupid. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing, and they're being intellectually dishonest. They know they're full of shit.
Well, those people deserve what they get in whatever lifetime.
Are there a lot of people that listen to them and believe them? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I guarantee you, whoever came up with that text message you got knows exactly what they're doing.
Absolutely, they do. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, in this day and age, with this much information at the edge of your fingertips, you should be able to learn the fucking truth very, very easily. It's not hard.
Listen, people don't even pay attention in life.
Because they're too concerned about shit that has nothing to do with their lives. They're concerned about who Kanye is fucking and who Kim Kardashian's who makeup she's wearing and fucking what happened to Britney Spears and this one and that one. Stop worrying about shit that has nothing to do with your fucking life. Yeah. Pay attention to what's going on around you and fucking open your eyes and look at what the fuck is going on instead of listening to the people who are not in your situation, who are not even close to the situation you're in, and you're fucking listening to these people like they're fucking gods. Fucking retarded.
Listen, a lot of people have no idea what's going on in life. A buddy of mine's going through a divorce, right? And so he's on the internet looking for girls, and he's on Match.com, and he found some girl that he's interested in, right? So he sends it to me. He goes, "Hey, if you don't give me without giving me any shit, can you find out anything about this girl?" Right? And he says this to me, right? So what do? I Google her name and her town, and I have everything about her in 5 minutes. I have her phone number, her address, all her family, her Facebook, her Twitter, all this stuff on her, right? And tell you anything about her. And I send it all to him. And I'm like, well, go have fun. I'm like, but he had to ask me to do this for him, right? It took me 2 minutes to go on the internet, Google her name, come up, and go through everything. So my point is, the average person is lazy. If it doesn't land in their lap, they're not even going to look at it. I know
Exactly.
certain people that, you know, they won't get a job even if they came up to them and said, "Hey, here's a paycheck, do something," and they still wouldn't know what to do with it. People are ridiculous.
I feel like it's going to be survival of the fittest type shit. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. I said the people that own the guns at least could shoot the people and eat the people, eat the people's food that are that have the no gun free zone on the bumper sticker on their car. I know what house is going to get robbed if I ever decide to be a criminal.
Hey, have you ever been to Chicago?
No,
I just
nor
went
will I
through-
ever go to Chicago.
I just went through the
No,
airport.
Chicago's really cool downtown. Like the heart of Chicago's still nice, and
Yeah.
it's like a smaller, cleaner New York, and the people are friendly. It's really awesome. I recommend it, even to this day. Even with that shit, fucking what did they say? The mayor looks like Beetlejuice or something. Mayor Beetlejuice, but their version of the Jacob Javits Center is called the McCormick Center, and because I went there for work, I did like one of those trade shows or whatever, like a bunch of years, like 6-7 years ago. But they have like these anti-gun stickers on the door.
On the doors of the restaurant,
and it says like this is the gun-free building, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel so safe that this fucking sticker says it's a gun-free. That's totally going to stop a criminal with a gun
I
from
use
coming
the
into.
same lighter every fucking time. There's like 4 lighters around here, man.
Yeah, like I
I got to mute the Jew, but anyway, the point I was making was, I feel so safe that there's this anti-gun sticker on the fucking door. Like that's going to stop any bad guy with a gun. The bad guy with the gun at the door was going to come in, but then he saw the sticker, so now he's not going to come in.
No, and if the criminal had half a brain, he drives around and goes, "Oh, look, there's the idiot I'm going to rob today in the gun-free zone. There's the idiot, no guns here. Okay, that's the idiot I rob tomorrow." You know.
Yep. Am I still muted?
No.
No, you're unmuted.
Oh, okay.
You know, after you found your lighter situation over there.
So it's a lighter situation.
It's a lighter situation.
Yep.
The white lighter is missing.
No white lighters. Yo, what's the deal with that whole superstition about white lighters,
I
bro?
have no idea.
I fucking always peel the shit. I'm like every fucking lighter is almost every Bic is a fucking white lighter because you rip the fucking skin off and still a white lighter.
The white lighter always went missing. Something along the lines like that, I think.
And then they flip their cigarette, Lucky cigarette. That's always my favorite. You're fucking smoking something that's killing your lungs, and you're fucking sitting here saying it's a Lucky cigarette. Kiss my well, that's the lucky one. That's the one that's gonna fucking give you a heart attack.
Actually, the Native American, I think they're called Free Spirit cigarettes. They're actually not that bad for you because there's no chemicals or shit in them. It's just like pure tobacco.
Oh yeah,
Is it really?
Yeah.
I might try that out if I
don't think they're called.
that.
Are they called Free Spirit? I forget what they're called.
Free spirit or freedom or something like that.
Yeah, and they're made by Native Americans, so they can't be that bad for you because Native Americans know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
I might try that out, Brian. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I would have known that 10 years ago. I would have been smoking that shit.
Yeah, and they sell. Then you can buy the tobacco and roll it yourself, but that's way too much work.
See, I don't mind that. I got a roller. I fucking roll my shit. I wouldn't mind that. You got a fucking filter. It's easy nowadays, bro. You got with a roller. All you gotta do is put tobacco in there, put your filter, roll the shit. You don't even have to do nothing with your hands. You just roll. The roller does the work for you.
I'm gonna buy when we get down there. I want to buy a pack of like those disposable, like flavored e-cigarettes.
Oh, there's tons of them here, bro. It's crazy. Every fucking gas station you go into is selling all kinds of shit.
Yeah, so I smoked cigarettes for years.
You
right?
quit?
Yeah, I quit. I quit 11 years ago now.
Oh, really? I quit in 2013. I quit.
Yeah, right before my first daughter was born. My wife said that I either quit or get the fuck out of the house. I got pissed at her. I threw the pack of cigarettes at her head. And, I missed, of course, obviously, right? Hit the glass door. That was it. Cigarettes in the garbage. Never touched a cigarette since.
Nice.
There was definitely a withdrawal period. Definitely a withdrawal period. But that was it. That was 11 years ago.
Yeah, there's always going to be that withdrawal. You need a fucking cigarette. You know,
I can
always
tell
need
you, it
one.
was the single best thing I've ever done.
I believe you.
I can tell you that it's the absolute. I couldn't believe, it's a blizzard outside, 2 feet of snow going on. I'm out there smoking a cigarette, right? Driving. I used to drive with the car window open, smoking the cigarette. It was so bad that even after I quit smoking, I still drove with the window open.
Did you grow up with parents that were smokers? Because like I would grow up in the car, and if it was like cold out, the windows would all be fucking closed, and it's just my mom and my dad puffing away on cigarette. It's like,
Yeah, both my parents smoked.
can you imagine? Can you imagine that now? You'd be arrested for fucking child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely. Isn't it like illegal to
date
smoke a
this.
cigarette with a child in the car in New York?
It probably is now. Definitely not when I was a kid.
It's definitely
Hell
child
no.
abuse.
And
But
you,
now-
and you know what's funny? I smoke. The only time I smoke a cigarette in my truck with my son is if all the windows are open and the air is just circulating. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and if someone said something to me, I'd be like, "And when we were kids, what did your parents do?" You know, they didn't open the windows. I always got my windows wide open. Air is flowing. I'm on the highway somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm never in fucking traffic with my kid in the car smoking a cigarette. If I'm on the highway, fucking wind is circulating. You know what I mean? But to sit there and put the windows up, that's a little fucking. I mean, our parents pushed the fucking limits a little bit.
Listen, back in the day, I can tell you, I'm with Juice over here. My mom smoked Kent's. Okay, that's
My
not
mom
Kate.
smoked Kent's too. Kent Golden Lights 100s.
No, my mom smoked the Kent's. They were white and blue. I remember that. And my dad smoked Winston 100 soft pack. And I could tell you, he would send me down to the corner store, right? Which was like, just a couple houses down from where I lived. And I used to go to the corner store, get 2 packs of cigarettes, right? And a pack of bubble gum for a couple of dollars or whatever. And then I used to bring them home to my dad, right? I got the bubble gum, he got the cigarettes. And
Yep.
the people at the corner store, I was 7. I was 10.
Right, you knew your
know what I
father,
mean?
so
Right.
so-
They knew they were for your father, obviously. It's not
Yeah.
like you were sitting there in a fucking stall puffing the motherfuckers.
No, my dad would go there every day, get the coffee, the newspaper, and the cigarettes, But when he didn't go for the cigarettes, right, it was me he sent to the store. And, of course, they just gave them to me. And they're like, aren't you a little bit young to be smoking? And they would laugh. 7 years old.
Yeah, you're
right?
always gonna fuck with a kid getting a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
and
just easy.
Right, and they used to sell candy cigarettes too, right? So I used to get the candy cigarettes. I get my dad the other cigarettes, and used to be, thought it was cool. So of course I smoked.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah. Now you
The
can't
little
even
fake
get them anymore.
puffers. The end lit up, and it used to fucking smoke a little bit,
Yeah, it didn't light up; it just puffed a little.
and then the
bit.
other end was like bubble gum or some
Yeah,
shit.
It's like
yeah.
sugar and bubble gum.
Yeah, you get one
Right.
puff of smoke out the end of it because it was like the sugar or whatever that
Yep.
they wrapped it in.
Yep.
right? And then you ate the bubble gum.
Yeah. Man, those were the days, huh?
Yeah, those are the days. I used to go out. I used to have to come home when the street light came on. If my ass wasn't in when the street light was on, I was in trouble.
Yep.
All
At
the
least
neighborhood
you
kids-
were outside doing shit. I heard kids now
Yeah.
don't even go outside anymore. Is that true?
Yo, I was such a bad Jew, bro. Like I was a really bad Jew.
A bad
Now, what I
person
mean
or
by-
a bad Jew specifically.
No, like what I used to do was I used to go to the school in Manhattan, the one that was like right next to the Twin Towers, and I used to fucking like
That
check
couldn't
the
have been
drawers.
cheap.
I used to grab change and shit, and then go to the arcades after fucking school and spend hours in the arcades. I was such a fucking little bastard, I swear.
But why not? Where did you get the change from?
I would fucking steal it. I was a little thief, bro.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like I said, bad Jew. I used to go fucking Friday nights to the synagogues. They used to drive their cars to synagogue Friday night, and then they used to drive them home Saturday night because you couldn't drive between Friday night and Saturday night. So
Yeah.
my dumbass, after services, I would go into fucking synagogue, grab keys, go driving for fucking hours, bring them back, and like nothing happened. Like I was a fucking bad kid, bro. I took advantage of the fucking Jewish system,
Of the Jewish system.
it's just the way shit was, and every weekend I had a different car. I was in Lexuses, and I didn't even have a fucking license, bro. I remember I got pulled over in a fucking car that wasn't mine, right? And the cop didn't really go crazy into searching whose car it was, He was like, just park it. He gave me a bunch of tickets.
Just
And
park.
then 3 days later, so I parked the car. I took a bus back somewhere to get a different car. Then I brought another car to get the car to bring it back. Fucking craziness, bro. So anyway, and then 4 nights later, I got pulled over in a buddy of mine's brother's car doing some like, Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
I was doing 110 down Ocean Parkway in a fucking Infinity that wasn't mine. Okay. Got pulled over, and these were detectives. Like the ones that were going to lock me to fuck up, right? They called my mom. They say to my mom, and at this point, me and my mom weren't talking. Like, my mom had like distanced herself from me for obvious reasons. And they call her up, and they're like, yeah, we want to lock your son up. And she's like, go for it. So the cop gets off the phone, and he's like, listen, I'm not locking you up because your mom told me to lock you up. So I guess by my mom saying I don't give a shit, now he's got to pay for what he did. The cop kind of felt bad. And that was, I think, like the end of my days of fucking around, because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to end up dead or in jail if I keep going down this road.
Listen, I can tell you, I kind of ran into not necessarily a rough patch, but I always made some incorrect choices, and I think really the person that got me on track was my wife. I really have to credit her for that, right? She obviously wasn't my wife at the time, but I hung out with some people that did some dumb shit, and I was a little ignorant, right? And I definitely dodged bullets, right? One of the kids I used to hang out with used to deal pounds of weed, right? And like, I don't touch the stuff, right?
What do you mean? I was doing that I was doing that 4 years ago.
Listen, he's dealing pounds of weed, right? All of a sudden, he's dealing to like everybody in town. The police get wind of it, right? Because they bust some people and they raid, right? They do the raid on his house, and he called everybody up, right? Asking them, like, he's like, oh, I got a shipment that came in on sale. You want to buy, right? He called everybody up, right? Now he knew that I didn't touch the stuff, right? He called me up and asked me to come by, right? And that immediately told me that he got pinched and that they're making him call everybody, because he knows that I don't, right? You know what I mean? I never once touched any of the weed that he had, right? But the cop still made him call me, and when he called me up, I knew. So I called everybody else. I stopped.
What's that like, Donnie
people.
Brasco?
Yeah, listen, I stopped certain people from getting arrested, but a lot of people got arrested from that. So, after that, I never hung out with him again. After he did, I don't know how many years in jail, right? But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, but that also goes back to what I say all the time. You hang out with fucking people that do shit like that, you can end up in the same situation.
Yeah. You guys want to hear a crazy story about an adventure that I had?
Sure.
All right. So I'm young, right? I'm 17, and I'm with a couple people, and this kid Brian needed some money, so he's like, "Hey, I got jewelry that's my grandmother left me. We can go get it and sell it. I'll give you some, right?"
Jesus.
So I go with him. So it's him, a couple of my, a guy friend I knew, a girlfriend I knew, right? Not a girlfriend, but a girl that's a friend, right? And her boyfriend. So we all pile in my car. I drive to his parents' house. Okay, he goes through the garage, lets us in the house, right? He gets the jewelry, and he's like, "All right, well, let's go to the pawn shop to pawn it." So we drive down to the pawn shop.
I hope you went to like Newark or something.
No, we went to West Orange.
That's not far enough.
No, we went to Walter Bauman's in West Orange because his grandmother died, left him the jewelry. Okay, so he was gonna go pawn it. So I take him to the the legit jewelry shop or whatever, and what do you call it? They're in there, making the exchange with the guy. I think he offered him $250 or $300, if I remember correctly, for a ring that was worth, come to find out later, $25,000. The earrings
That
they
makes me
offered-
feel a lot better about my online blackjack.
the earrings were worth $35, and that's what they wanted to give him. They were worth $35,000. So all
What
the
a
jewelry
moron.
was all the jewelry, needless to say, was stolen. So the lovely West Orange Police Department comes, and they they asked to search my car. I'm like, of course you can search my car. I got nothing in the car, right? Nothing illegal. I'm up and up. I'm just giving these guys a ride. He's selling his grandmother's deceased grandmother's stuff that was left to him, and so they searched my car. They ripped the seats out of my car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they ripped the seats out of the car. That's the first time I learned that I hate the police, right? They ripped the seats out of my car, right? And literally,
Put them back.
I had to figure. I had to take it to a place, and they had to put it back in.
So how did you drive back to a place to have them put? Like, did you drive like squatting?
No, the back seat. The back seat.
Oh,
of the car.
oh.
It was back in 1989. It was like the back seat of the car, right? So, it had one of those like bench seats. They ripped it out. So anyway, make a long story short. So now I'm in. They arrest us all. Now I'm in jail. Now, see the part that I didn't realize. I was 17. They didn't notify my parents. Okay, I'm locked up in a cell by myself at 17. Everybody else is 18. They're locked in a separate cell. And we're sitting there waiting, and I'm getting more and more nervous and trying to find out what's going on. Finally, I'm like, what is happening? They're like, well, we're charging you with grand theft of, because it's over $5,000, right? And we're charging you with multiple counts of grand theft and everything else. I'm like, for what? They're like, the jewelry is stolen, right? It's valued at, $75,000 total or whatever, right? And that you were, trying to pawn it, so we're charging you with grand theft.
But were you like an accomplice? Like
Yeah, I was an accomplice, right? They didn't know at the time who it was. So the person, the particular person, right? Now I find out what's going on, right? I'm in this cell by myself, right? And I'm screaming to the other cell where he is the person, the person that did this, and everybody else. I'm like, dude, you better go tell them that none of us had anything to do with it, right? I said, or I'm gonna kill you. He goes, what do you mean? I said, listen, we're all locked up together. Eventually they're gonna put us all in the same cell. I'm gonna kill you. And I said, I'm a juvenile. I'm like, I'll get out, right? I'll get out, and then I'll be scot-free. And make a long story short, it went back and forth, and I said that we're going to whip your ass and everything else. And he finally told the police it was all him, right? So this is hours later, right? They still never called my parents. So hours later, he confessed to everything, and he did a year in jail for it, or it's actually county jail, right? Did a year in county jail. His own parents pressed charges.
But how was so? It wasn't left to him then; it was left to his parents.
It was left to his parents, right?
Oh,
And he robbed.
The way you told the story, I thought you meant it was left to him.
Well, that's originally what we thought it was, right?
Oh,
So
okay, I see.
I didn't know. I didn't willfully go to commit, grand theft, right? I was lied to, saying I was.
So the parents got the jewelry back.
Yes, the parents got the jewelry back, and their own son did a year in jail.
Wow.
Because they pressed charges.
Were the parents like okay with that? Because like the kid was a scumbag.
Yeah. The parents were okay with that because they pressed charges on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to be bad for your parents to press charges.
You gotta be bad for your parents to press charges.
I don't know this person, do I?
I mean,
I might have crossed paths with him, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about this, offline. I'll text you. He lived in town. So
his last name didn't start with G, did it?
No, it started with an M.
I don't know if I know them then.
So you might not know him because he was a bit older, right?
Yeah.
I'm a bit older too, right? But still, nonetheless.
I was just thinking about people from that infamous 03 group when we would go out on Sunday nights like fucking degens to the strip club, and me and Champ were only like 19, and we are going to a place where you had to be 21 to get it.
Nah,
But we
dude.
were hanging out with like a bunch of 24-year-olds. So so the first thing we did, he would order me and our friend Champ, who was my age, a drink. So me and Champ had drinks in our hands, so they never questioned our age.
Makes
Listen,
sense.
I had an epic night going out with some of your ex-colleagues. I could tell you, I was with Kako and Stoner, right?
Kako.
Okay,
That's my favorite name ever. His last name is his last name rhymes.
You can't say it. His last name rhymes.
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name, but his real name actually rhymes with Kako, so we just call him Kako.
Right, and the original Stoner, right? You know who I'm talking about. So,
yeah.
Right, so it's that, and then your girl Lisa, right?
Oh, I know the story. I know the story.
Right. So and my wife now, that was my girlfriend at the time. So all of us, five of us piled.
Dude, this is a minimum of 18 years ago.
Yeah, this is all 18 years ago, right? Or more,
Right.
right. So
this story is old enough to go to war and vote, and maybe
do you
not.
want me to tell it, or do you not want me to tell it? Should I tell it?
Listen, he can tell me when he comes down here in person, or we could, do
big deal. But people might be able to figure it out by now, based on you might have given too much up with the names, so you probably should cut it off there. We'll just say they had a fun adventure in the car.
We had a fun adventure in the car,
and we'll leave it at that.
And that's it.
Okay.
If you didn't name any names at all, I would have said say the whole story. But
yeah, I listen. I see. I left it enough. I left it enough where it's nobody knows who it is, unless you were there. And listen, we're all still friends. 30 years later, so it was a good night.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but I heard the infamous story.
Yeah. So what else is new, Joe? You excited?
Hell yeah, I'm excited. I don't have to go anywhere. That's the beauty of this entire thing.
Nice.
Usually when I go to fucking have a good time, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta fucking get on a plane or do something. Now the party's coming to me. I don't have to do shit.
Nice. And you guys are all ready for your Roger Stone thing with the Trumparella?
I can't. I'm so excited for that. I was
Yes,
so glad
sir.
the tickets available, dude. I said this a million times, and I'll say it again. I'll pay the $125 just for the open bar. Never mind getting a picture.
That's what I'm saying. I said to my wife, I was like, listen, babe, if I go out to Ybor City, chances are I'm gonna spend around that anyway. You know what I mean? So now with this, I'm spending that, and I'm getting a whole bunch of shit with it. It's fucking, you can't argue with it.
Open bar should always pay for itself.
100%.
And with the cash you give me, I'm just going to use for tipping money.
Right. Yeah, I'm a Jameson guy. It takes more than fucking 3, 4 shots to give me you know what I mean?
What are you going to do? Are you going to drink it on the rocks or something?
No, I do shots and I have a chaser all night. So I'll walk around with a pineapple juice, and then I'll just fucking shot the JMO, and I'll have the pineapple juice as just a drink.
I'll see how the weather makes me feel. The weather might make me want to drink something or another. You know what I mean?
Juice, do us a favor. Bring 2 forms, 2 IDs, right? And leave one of them with half your money in Juice place, and then take the other one with you.
That's only ever happened with Frank. I've never had that happen.
Listen, no. One thing you should know about me: I can drink. I never get plastered, plastered. Okay, and I'm very responsible when I drink. I'm still I'm a fun fucking drunk, but I keep responsibility on top of anything. I'll act like an asshole, but I'm responsible about my assholeness. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're going to be surrounded by a bunch of other MAGA assholes too.
We'll be fine. Don't worry.
But all I gotta say is just bring 2 IDs.
I know.
Leave half your money at the Juice house.
I understand. I get it. I've been there. I've been through that ringer.
You do what you gotta do.
So, you guys got anything else? We're not at the hour mark. We're at 50 minutes.
I'm very excited about the videos that I'm gonna be editing out for the next 3 days.
Oh, to embarrass the dude? That's a moron?
I just have so much work to do because it's like, it's almost like I'm a stand-up comedian and I just went to like another country in another world, heard a skit. Now I'm gonna come back to here and I'm just gonna use it all because it's easy and nobody's ever gonna know about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that easy.
I gotta go on your page.
Bro, he's just so fucking like. All right, the last video I made, I tagged him in the comments. Just like when you
Well,
get a second.
should we do a little TikTok venture?
Oh, go by all means, we can definitely get a tease if you want. You'll get half of my videos right now because the other half's gonna be me ranting. So sure, why not? Let's go for it.
I keep saying we could do a whole show just my TikTok feed.
Yo, and then what's crazy is that I went to his page and the man is like fucking fighting back and forth with like a veteran, an old ass veteran. He's sitting there fucking arguing with. I can't.
All right, so where do we want to go here?
The second video in, that's him right there, that fucking clown.
Another reason to get vaccinated. If you're on an island where the volcano is it's all of a sudden exploding, you might want a vaccine because that's probably the only way you're going to get off the island. So thanks for giving us an incredibly strange reason to get the vaccine.
So with that logic, if someone's house is burning to the fucking ground and the firefighter shows up and says, nah, they're not vaccinated, I can't save them, you are fucking sick in the head. That's like saying to someone, putting a fucking gun to their head and saying, take the vaccine or you're going to die. You are sick if you're okay with that. That a man's life is not worth saving because he doesn't have a fucking vaccine in the system that hasn't been fucking tested. You're a piece of shit. And now I don't want you on the fucking podcast. Fucking dickhead.
Taking the point.
No, I don't want you on the podcast.
Wait, hold on. I got to ask you a question, right? Is it possible that guy is that stupid? That's option one, right? Option two, maybe he misunderstood. Maybe
No. Now, hold on. So I tell you what, we're gonna look at his profile, and he will answer that question for you. I'll tell you that right now.
Wait, but hold on. But let me just say, can I just say it? Maybe he misunderstood and thought if you get the vaccine, you can then go on the cruise ship and go home, right? It's not like the volcano was exploding, right? And maybe he thought that like somebody sign up, get the vaccine, then you can leave. Like the volcano is exploding, man. You got to get off the island.
Yeah. It's not like they started lining up when the fucking volcano erupted and said, "Get your vaccine here." Like what did?
Yeah. The St. Vincent's is exploding. You got to evacuate immediately. You don't have time to go get a vaccine.
Right. Exactly.
So is he that stupid and thought that's what you meant, or is the dude just unhinged, bro?
Oh, here we go. Tits and ass.
Those are unhinged.
Well, you guys can keep talking. I was just looking at this.
See, I think with this generation, all you got to do is jiggle those in front of people and be like, more of this if you get the vaccine, and they'll probably do it.
Okay, sign me up twice. Sorry, Joe.
What I just want to know when they came up with like this cheerleading it's like a hybrid of cheerleading and twerking.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
And like bad strip club dancing.
It's bad strip club dancing.
It's bad pole dancing, twerking, and cheerleading all in one.
Yeah. Well, wearing the clothes that,
Wait, hold on. This is 500,000 views right here. This one. This is 500,000. I mean, she can definitely move.
And the fact that it has that many views is the sad part.
Well,
like
she gave you some under boob.
See this is why people don't, they're not smart because this is what
2.3 million right here.
I mean,
listen, tits and ass sells in any fucking any fucking situation.
Those things got to be fake, right?
Who fucking cares?
The way they move,
I ain't playing with them. Are you?
I want to.
I want to.
I'm sure you do, but it's not
I
like
just want to know if they're real or not. What's the big fucking deal?
you can actually tell if you see underneath them. You see the fucking scars they leave.
Yeah, well, but she's covered in blue body paint.
No, I think they're sagging enough to be real though. Like usually, if they're fake, they're more like they're uppity. You know what I mean? They're not as saggy again.
Those look, no, but those look pretty nice. So I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
think-
So
yeah.
this is him. He's picking on Jews and old people.
So which one is the one to play, Fat Jew?
Oh, they're all fucking stupid. He's a fucking he's an asshole in every way. Like he's dumb in all of his videos. So anything you pick, it's fucking. I'm telling you, just
All
pick
right,
randomly.
we'll do the one with the most views.
Sure.
But still do. Are you okay?
So this guy, starting out a little history with him, he's saying people that don't have to wear masks but do. Well, if you're a living, breathing human being right now, whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask
That's not true.
because otherwise
I know.
you carry a potentially deadly virus to someone around you. You could be asymptomatic and carry that virus to someone around you. Now, I know you don't believe because you're an expert and we should all listen to you, but I'm going to listen to the scientists, and I'm also going to just bring up the point that you're wrong. I mean, sometimes in life you just have to realize it. I've told you I'll argue with you about this on my terms, but you're wrong, just straight up.
Don't have to wear masks.
So apparently, scientists are telling him like he thinks Anthony Fauci is a scientist when Anthony Fauci is a fucking puppet.
bureaucrat.
What?
He's an unelected bureaucrat.
Exactly.
Right? Who said? Hold on, please. Tell me otherwise. Who came on and said you do not need to wear a mask?
Right.
At the
He said
beginning?
specifically. He said it'll make you feel better. It'll make everybody feel better, but it'll do absolutely fucking zero to fucking. It's like, come on, dude.
Right, and then now, if
And
you
then
don't wear a mask-
a couple months later, you got to wear 2 masks. You got to wear 3
Yeah.
masks. What the fuck
Yeah.
is next, bro? Like you're a fucking idiot.
yeah, exactly.
Well, and the masks are only supposed to be if you have it. And I mentioned, well, he's right. You could be asymptomatic, but what are you going to do? Assume you're asymptomatic your whole life?
Right.
Yeah.
Like you got a better chance of fucking getting punched in the face for saying some dumb shit than you do of dying from COVID.
Listen, these delusional people think that this is going to carry on forever, where they're going to get their free money forever. They don't going to go back to work. You're going to wear a mask, and everything's different. Nothing's going to be different, man. This is all going away.
Oh, another video he did. He said that that Hunter Biden, right, is a grown ass adult, right, and he shouldn't be reflected on Joe Biden at all. He said if you're an elected official, then it means something. So I took a part of that video and I just said Andrew Cuomo. I'm gonna wait to hear his response about that one.
Listen, the bottom line is that Hunter Biden is a grown ass man, right? Hunter Biden, all right. So maybe even if Daddy tried his hardest, obviously didn't work. Didn't raise him properly. If he's out there smoking crack and doing whores, but so be it. Even if that you can put all that to the side, right? The part that is the problem is the meeting with the big man, right?
Right.
The meeting
His
with the big
laptop
man.
with pictures of fucking underage girls and fucking his penis and fucking all the drugs and the cocaine and the crack. That's a fucking issue.
Yeah. And the meeting with the big man. So you want to bring up Hunter Biden, the meeting with the big man, whether that's Obama or Biden Sr., right? Either or is just as bad.
Yep.
So I bet you, Juice, your video gets the most views now.
Oh yeah, now that he's got the same video looping of this chick and big titties.
Yeah.
Well, until I know what else to put on, I mean, why not keep it on this?
So I told you,
Why
just
not?
play each video back to back. I mean, the man is fucking. He's comedy gold.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see the girl half naked with her tits.
Yeah, I know.
But so be it.
Mandatory, which I don't think they're going to.
So start off with, I actually agree with you. I don't think they're going to be like mandatory, like federally or at the state level vaccine passports. But I do think that there are going to be some kind of identification required to go to, let's say, concerts, any kind of sporting, events that are a large amount of people. Cruise lines are going to require some proof of vaccination, and also to fly, maybe domestically, definitely internationally, to go to other countries, you're going to need something that shows that you got vaccinated. So, I mean, there's going to be severe limitations to people who don't get vaccinated. Their kids may not be able to go back to school when did we start vaccinating the kids. So I think it's
And he's okay with this. Is
Absolutely.
what the fuck is ridiculous about this shit?
get the vaccine.
So let's get into it. If he's vaccine
Listen, he's just another sheep in the herd.
Right, exactly.
All he is just sheep in the herd. The bottom line is, listen, you want to go on an airplane, you got to go. You go to these international destinations, you got to take a negative COVID test. They take your temperature, right? So be it. That's the bullshit you got to go through. That's the bullshit you got to go through. I can understand it. You can't force somebody to be vaccinated. You got to force them to wear a mask on the airplane. I can see that, right? But everybody's on top of each other. But
Right. That's
I
what's
get
fucking
that.
hysterical to me.
Yeah.
It's like they
that's-
worry
that's-
about the mask, but everybody's touching everything. You go into the bathroom, you ain't fucking. It's like everybody's touching everything. Then you're touching your face to take your mask down, to take your drink that you put in the cup holder that someone else is. I mean, it's fucking.
Wait,
come on,
But
dude.
wait, Juice is going to experience this, and Mrs. Fat Jew is going to experience this when they go to the airport. Okay, you got to.
Oh, we've already been through that. I know exactly what I'm getting into.
No, but I'm saying, but you got to stand 6 feet apart from everybody, right? So it's like the funnel system, right? But everybody's 6 feet apart. So then then you get on the airplane where everybody's on top of each other, touching
Right.
you, sitting on you, farting on you, spitting on you, right? But we social distance up until now. Now we're
Right.
packed in here like fucking sardines. That's okay.
Right. That's what's so fucking hysterical to me. It drives me nuts how people don't see it for complete horse shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, listen, the whole thing's ridiculous, right? People are just sheeple. They
Essentially what it is.
they really are sheep, and it proves to me more and more every day. Nobody can make a decision. Nobody. Blindly follow. Oh, I'm gonna follow this idiot over here that says don't wear a mask, wear 2 masks, wear 3 masks, zip tie a plastic bag over your head.
Yeah, did you actually see that, by the way? I seen this shit, okay? It was obvious. It may have been satire, or honestly, in this world, it could have been fucking real, okay? This man had a fucking full-on, like, fishbowl on his fucking head, and he had a small plant in there.
That's bonkers, right? That's sure, right? But I
To
mean,
turn his fucking carbon dioxide into oxygen.
dude, in the beginning, I saw people wearing shower curtains around them, right, to protect them. Fucking a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, they had the giant hula hoop with the fucking 3 strings to keep yourself 6 feet from
6
people.
feet apart, yeah,
Fucking retarded.
Right. The only one I like is when the girls take off their thongs and use that as a mask.
Yes, I seen that.
That was somewhat entertaining.
That was the TikTok that went viral.
Yeah, that was somewhat entertaining.
All right, fellas, it's been a pleasure.
All right.
I'm gonna hop off here.
All right.
Juice?
I think Steve and I are just going to stay on and just watch this and not even say.
That's fine. That's fine. I won't hold it against you. Juice, I will see you tomorrow, sir.
All right,
Just text me when you get on the plane and shit, just so I know you're good.
Yeah, it's 3. It's the 3 o'clock flight, so
yeah, you get in at what 5:30 or 5?
yeah, I'm gonna order my Uber at 11:30 in the morning, so I'll get to the airport hopefully a little bit afternoon, and I'll have some time to. I don't do carry-ons, by the way. I don't know how you guys fly, but I do too. I mean, I don't do luggage like check. I don't do check-in luggage. I do. You're allowed to bring 2 carry-ons, so I just do that. I bring a backpack and I bring like a small piece of luggage.
Well,
Right, you
my,
get- you
my
get a
wife's
backpack and
flight
duffel bag.
isn't until 8:30, so I'm probably going to show up at the airport around 5:45. You land at 5:30, so around 5:45, 6 o'clock, I'm going to show up. Figure, this way you'll wait a couple minutes, so I don't have to take her too early.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop her off. You're
Yeah.
going to hop in, and that's it.
Well, the two best things about only bringing carry-ons is that number one, they'll never lose it because you have it on you, and number two, the second you're off that gate, you can get right the fuck out of the airport. You don't have to wait for your baggage at the fucking carousel.
Yeah.
So what I'll
That's a
do
little
is
secret. I don't know if you ever knew to do that.
Yeah.
carry-ons. Yeah, I don't fucking check bags anymore unless
Yeah.
I'm going like somewhere for like weeks.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking checking a bag.
Listen, when I go by myself, I take a book bag, right? I told you,
Yeah.
I go somewhere, I take a 7-Eleven bag with a shirt and underwear in it, right? But I got the wife and kids that take 15 suitcases and 13 duffel bags, and I'm the jerk off carrying that through the airport. Picture that.
Yeah, so let me know when you get on the flight. I'll be there around 6 o'clock to pick you up. I might even drop my wife off where I pick you up because she was like, I want to meet Juice. I was like, all right. So. But I'm like, I gotta go. You're at arrivals. She's at departures. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
as
too
long as
different.
she's
Yeah. It may not. It may that might be hard to pull off.
It's all right. Well, she could probably. I'm sure she can get to arrivals from departure. I mean, to departures from arrivals.
Right, but that
see
might
why not.
yeah, she might have to go back. Well, who knows? We'll figure it out.
No,
By
they
the
got
way- by the way,
they got escalators and shit. She'll be all right.
Tampa was the last airport I was at besides my home airport. Tampa's a really nice airport.
Yeah, it's small. It's small. It's nice
Our
and small.
airport is fucking dumb. The North Airport. It's
Yeah,
a fucking,
Newark is and
Oh,
plus
yeah.
it's a pain in the ass to get to. Like a fucking shit show over there. Are they still working on it?
oh, they'll always be working on it.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it's kinda like the Belt Parkway.
Again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Belt
It's just-
Parkway. They've
it's
been working
just
on that shit for
infinite
20 years.
construction.
Yeah, but that what do you call it? But yeah, have a good time, Joe. And what do you call it? Yeah, Juice. I'll stay on a little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably end up going live on my account, so at least we'll be able to, communicate and shit.
Oh,
Communicate
you
with the
can go live again on your TikTok.
No. On my backup, I have a backup that I use for lives.
Oh.
It's the same name, but you add an underscore and a 2.0.
And
So
they don't
that's
care
it.
about that.
No, what do you mean?
TikTok doesn't care about that.
No, because it's a different account.
Okay.
They suspended my live on my main account, so it's attached to that account. If I start a new account, it doesn't matter if the name's the same.
And they'll never bring it back. Like they'll never give it back to you.
I don't know. I've sent them emails fucking constantly saying, what the fuck? Let me get my shit back. And they're just still haven't given it back. Because they're a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, I mean that's we gotta get popular enough that they give you your live back.
Yeah, maybe if enough people emailed them and bugged them, they fucking give it back. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do.
Listen, I'm gonna hop off here. You guys stay on, watch some tits. I'll talk to you later. Juice,
All
we'll
right.
talk tomorrow.
All right, man. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a good weekend.
Deuces, y'all.
Going to be a really good weekend.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right, Angry Steve. I mean, I'm about ready to jump off myself. I don't really have that much more to get into.
Yeah. 5 minutes or so.
I mean,
we'll hop off.
Maybe
Wrap
there's
it up.
maybe my girl's got another video or two we can watch here.
Yeah, another video too. You can wrap it
Oh,
up.
this got 2.2 million,
2.2 million.
and now I see why. Because one person watched this 2.2 million times, probably. I mean, dude, it's not like she has the greatest body in the world, but man, can she move it, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, who's not to say that's the greatest body in the world to someone?
Yeah.
Certainly my type, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well.
Well, my type, I'm going to quote the great Andrew Dice Clay, 2 tits, a hole, and a heartbeat.
Yeah. Blind, crippled, doesn't matter.
Oh, man. Look at this. This girl must have so much money just from TikTok. And
Yeah, I
probably
mean-
and she seems like she grew up rich, you know?
Yeah. So does TikTok give you money?
If you're getting these kinds of views, yeah. I don't know how that works. I think actually Fat Jew probably knows a lot about how that works. I have no idea.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of young kids that make a lot of money from TikTok.
Okay. So this is basically like underage prostitution without the sex, man.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't call it underage prostitution.
I mean, they're getting paid to shake their ass and tits.
I mean, there should be an age. You should have to be 18 to have an account. I agree with that, but I mean, this girl. I don't think this girl's underage.
No, I'm just saying it's definitely, if they're getting paid to do this, it's definitely exploiting the female. You know.
Look, they could do this. You could do OnlyFans. What's the difference?
Yeah, but I mean, OnlyFans are guys that want to pay for it, right? I don't know.
But a lot of these girls do have an OnlyFans, and they use this to plug it.
Right, and then these are the same ones that are sitting out there, protesting women's rights. Women's rights were not created equally. And she definitely paid for those bolt-ons.
It's like a wannabe porn chick.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she invested wisely, at least.
1.1 million right here. Okay, at least she admits that she's a stripper.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she's got so much plastic surgery. Her lips, her tits.
I appreciate that, though. Maybe it didn't look so great before. I appreciate when people invest in themselves,
I like the one where the what do you call it?
The body paint?
No, the Bugs Bunny one.
Where was that?
On the TikTok, where the girls are lying down and they put their legs up.
I never saw that.
Oh my! You haven't seen that where the girls do the what do you call it? It's like the Bugs Bunny, man. And then they put they arch their they have the feet like sticking up and then they arch their back wearing a thong.
They're just crazy, these girls, man.
Yeah, they're all whores on TikTok.
We thought girls were crazy 20 years ago, right? I mean,
yeah,
nothing like now. Look, I mean, take your pick.
And these girls all posted on your timeline?
Yeah, they all show up on my shit. Yeah.
Nice.
Because TikTok knows what I like now. It knows it's got its algorithm for me, right? So it knows what to fucking look at.
All right, Juice. Well, listen, I know you want to wrap this up. Have a good time with the Jew. Stay out of trouble.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure.
We're gonna do this Sunday night, maybe.
Yeah, I booked my flight, so I got home by like 5 o'clock on Sunday, so I could have if I want to go out to the bar or something for a little bit, have a normal Sunday night. I can do that. So.
Well, let me know what the debauchery is like because you have a plan, but we'll see how that executes.
Yeah. Hey, there's always always things that come up, right? All right.
Right. And listen, if for some reason the Jew tries harvesting your kidneys or something like that, I got a roundabout ideas of where he lives.
All right, man. Well, I'll have Find My iPhone on. I'll send it to you.
Have a good time, man.
All right, bro. I'll see you.
All right, bye.
Later. And Juice Heads, as always, peace out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us on another edition of Uncommon